YouTube, how they go? Welcome back to the Catch a Glimpse podcast episode. This is episode 16 for your faces. Wow, Ryan,
Wow,
we've come on quite the journey.
it
Episode
has gone
16.
on for too long. I'm quitting.
You're quitting. We're done already.
It's over.
It's game
It's
over,
over.
man.
Yeah, it's over.
So he cannot be with us today for unforeseen circumstances that involved his health. He is COVID negative for COVID, thank goodness. He is doing all right. That's really good, because we just had a shoot together. So
Yeah. This guy freaking blamed me.
Did he?
Yeah. So I think it was yesterday when we were playing games.
Oh,
He asked.
yeah, I remember.
I basically said that somebody in my family tested positive for it, positive for COVID, and he was just trying to get to the bottom of who maybe gave him the sickness.
Who made me the sick?
Right. And I told him, I said that somebody in my family got COVID, but it wasn't when we were hanging out.
Yeah.
So, this guy's trying to pin it on me.
Life happens, but that's why you see he's not here today. He's feeling under the weather.
Karma.
Prayers up for Crouton. Hopefully feels better soon. He's just an empty G today. I really wanted to put a baby picture up just for the entire episode. You can only see this, again, if you're on YouTube with visuals, but you might be listening on Spotify and iTunes. But yeah, this is last weekend of September. We've already hit October 2021. Ryan, Halloween's around the corner. What are you looking forward to? Got any costume ideas, Halloween plans?
Well, as the Halloween time does come around, Spirit Halloween pops up around like different cities and different towns. If you have a Spirit Halloween,
right?
I want to go in and just take a look. I'm thinking about either going all in, making my own costume, or buying a mask and then just getting some clothes at like a thrift store or something.
Yeah.
Ripping it up, sort of like that.
So what would the actual thing you're being be?
I was thinking about using my old man mask and then
just
making
old man kind of thing.
Yeah, sort of like walking around, get a cane from the Goodwill.
I haven't seen what's it called? It's that movie, The Purge.
Yes.
But don't they dress up with masks and then kind of just wear them? Or like GTA, you have masks sometimes and you just wear it and you go scare people. So that's kind of
basically
what
I'd be doing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be trick or treating, but I'll walk around amongst and scare people.
We don't judge. You're still trick or treating. Candy is candy, man.
Dude, I have the worst. I stopped trick or treating all because I'm 15, right? I walk up to a house. No, maybe.
Oh no.
No, but I walked up to a house. I was 15 at the time.
Yeah.
And I have my costume on. I don't know what I was, but I was dressed up. And I walk up to a house with my niece.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Oh, trick or treat!" And then the lady goes, "Aren't you a little old to be trick or treating?"
Ah, jeez.
I was like, "Man, I'm only 15."
She was like, "Nah, kid, it's time to grow up."
Yeah, and then after that house, I was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go home."
Nobody wants to grow up. I don't want to grow up, but it's just something we gotta do, man.
It was like a stab in the chest.
Hey,
just like, what? I thought
I'd give you candy.
Okay,
I would.
dude.
I wouldn't deny you.
No.
But
do you have that house on your street that gives king size candy bars?
I always used to go by my grandparents in West Bend because I live out in the country. Nobody trick or treats out by me because it's just a bunch of old people in a cul-de-sac. So there isn't any trick or treating by me. So go into the city more to trick or treat where Amini used to live, and I don't recall anyone that did give around king size stuff. I'll have to ask around because Amini and her entire friend group all trick or treated in that area. So I'll ask around, get back to you in a couple weeks, maybe on the day of Halloween. I think it's actually a Sunday is Halloween, so that's kind of sick.
That's spooky.
So it'll line up perfectly with the podcast, but maybe on one of those podcast days, I'll let you know what they said. But I do have a memory of trick or treating in that area. This one lady who used to live there would always go all out different, every year with a different theme. One year it was pirates, one year she was a witch, and she would decorate her entire front yard, her house. She'd be in costume and character. It was the coolest thing ever. She really made Halloween what it was supposed to be. I always appreciated
Right.
her. But this year, I am doing a joint costume with Amini, my girlfriend. I'm
Mhm.
going to a Halloween party with her in Stevens Point, and we're going. You know the Leonardo DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
We watched like freshman year of high school.
Mhm.
I am going as Romeo, and she's going as
Mm.
Juliet from like the costume party. So I'm gonna be a knight, and she's gonna be
Nice.
like a white dress, angel wings, sort
Okay.
of thing.
Hey,
So
at least you're matching, you
hey,
know?
I haven't bought this costume yet. It's 50
It'll be
freaking
fun.
dollars,
Well,
and
anything for Halloween.
I'm
Come
in
on.
college, brother. Hey, actually, speaking of things I'm spending money on, I just got a golf outing scheduled tomorrow. I got a golf
Oh,
club in my hand here.
jeez.
If you're seeing on this on YouTube, um, I got a little cup behind me. I don't know if you can see it, and I had a golf ball. And I was practicing putting on my rug and just putting into a cup. I'm working on my swing a little bit.
Yeah.
It's probably the most ugly thing you've ever seen. I want to go out tomorrow, and I'm going to go vlog
Yeah.
and try to get it and post it on YouTube. But I don't know, man. If it goes well enough and I get some cool shots, then we'll do it. But if I'm garbage
If not, it's
tomorrow,
gonna be chalk.
then it's chalk. Then we'll have to wait till the next golf outing to.
Right, right.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like golf is an expensive hobby
It is, it is.
because you got to pay for like golf cart fee and just the fee of
Yeah.
golfing, and then golf clubs are not cheap whatsoever. And if you lose balls and tees while you're golfing, you got to go buy more of those.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah.
If they're, you know, so the next, I don't know when they would be in the next upcoming 2 to 3 weeks, whenever the podcast week would be for coming up to Halloween. Hopefully, we all are on that podcast because there are so many things that I would just love to talk about now, but I'm gonna hold out until that week of Halloween, whenever
Spooky
people
things.
listen and watch the podcast.
Yeah. We got to
I've,
talk about
I've got
spooky
like,
things.
yeah, I've got literally ghost stories. I've got
Oh, jeez.
the reason why Halloween has a
jeez.
curfew. You know,
Oh,
we can ask Keaton what his favorite costume was, any
yeah.
Halloween stories,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I have to get us in the spooky mood of Halloween. The other night, it's kind of an embarrassing story.
Oh, jeez.
Had a nightmare, right? And
Okay.
it was like Amini and I dying over and over again. But I had
wow.
like realized after one or two, like, okay, this is a dream.
Yeah.
We're gonna wake up. I'm like, so instead of waking up right away, it was a process. So every time we died, it kept going faster and faster and faster. Like kept speeding up until I woke up. And like the first time we like died in like a big fireball, and I felt the heat, man. And then I woke up in the dream still, everything was black, and I was like, yo, is this the afterlife? Where am I? I look over and there's Amini, and there's like this big demon guy over there or something.
It's coming again.
Yeah. It was that over and over again. But it was like not so much the dream was scary, but the feeling that came with it. Like I woke up, and the first thing I did, I was like, Amini, wake up, I need you. I was terrified. It was like, you know the feeling you got when you were a kid? You're like, I need my mommy right now.
Yeah.
That is what I felt.
Jeez.
And I was like, yo, I am 19 years old. What is going on? And I did not feel safe in my room the whole night. And then the following night, I was like, I can't do this. I can't sleep right now. I don't feel safe here. I don't know what it was. I'm good now. It's kind of gone away. But you never know when those kind of, you know, because my mom also said something about the same night. She thought she heard like a voice. And I was like, yo, there was a demon in our house that night. I am not kidding. But
on that like line of dreams that like freak you out, mine was sort of, man, how do I explain it? So I had this dream, and I have no idea what the dream is about. It's only the things that happened afterwards.
Okay.
So my room was different at the time. You can see my bed here. My bed was against the wall that my desk is at right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I sleep on my sides. Mm-hmm. So if it's against the wall, I have my complete right and my left to my door.
Okay.
And so I had my dream. I woke up pitch dark in my room. Usually it's not like that. I go to sleep with YouTube on because it's sort of almost like my white noise.
Yeah, I get you.
So I'm assuming that the console turned off because it has a timer on it, whatever. So I look over at my door because I'm like, I'm sleeping on my right side, facing my TV. I'm like, oh, the light's off. I'm like, okay. So I go to switch sides so I can fall back asleep. And as I turn around, it's like pitch dark in my room, right? And I'm seeing something darker than the room itself standing right where my door is.
I don't like this.
And I'm just like, I'm in my head. I'm like, oh, it's my mom pranking me. So
Logical,
I'm like,
logical.
yeah. So I'm like, all right, mom, joke's over. Turn on the light. And then it just didn't move. Didn't move. And my light switch is right next to where it is. So I have to reach my hand towards where it is to flip the light on.
Yeah.
And as I flip the light on, it's just nothing's there. But I swear there was a silhouette standing there, darker than my room.
That is terrifying. Yeah.
I've got more stories like that, but they have to wait.
We gotta save those for Halloween. Yeah. I have a funny story now about white noise. Yeah. You were here for this. We had a LAN party at my house, which is where you play video games. Just locally. And it was me, Keaton, and Ryan in my basement. We set up like mattresses, air mattresses, things like that. And it's time to go to bed. And, this is like in the middle of me, full nerve pain. Like I was not okay at this time, pain-wise. This is like pre-surgery and everything. And about to fall asleep, Keaton goes, "You got white noise?" I was like, "What? Excuse me? What? White noise? Like I've never heard of this." And he goes, "Yeah, I just like a background noise. I'm trying to sleep." And I'm like, "Bro, just go to bed. Like go to bed. Like what? Who? Entitled man coming in my house? Who do you think you are? You need white noise." The kid, thank God he's not here. He'd get mad if I was telling this.
Yeah.
But he made me go upstairs, grab a fan, and then bring it back downstairs and plug it in so he could have white noise so that he could sleep.
To be honest, it did help me a little bit, but I wasn't gonna ask for it.
My basement is loud.
It is.
Like water heater, different things like that make noise all night. So I thought that would be enough. Every 20 minutes it kind of comes off and on. But since I've had COVID though, my dad has experienced this too, where there's like an extra ringing in his ear. I've had a ringing in my ear all my life. But I thought that was just normal. I was like, I thought that's what silence sounds like. But it's called
I do have that as well.
It's called tinnitus or something like that.
Tinnitus.
I don't know if it's called that. It's something close to that. But after we had COVID, it got worse, and it's just kind of always there. So I always have my fan on. I've always had my fan on during the summer because it's hot in my room. But now, like even as it's getting colder, I'm keeping it on because that's my white noise now. Because it kind of like clicks a little bit, so it kind of distracts me from the noise. So now I get it. Now I like it. I sleep with a fan I bought at Target right next to me here at school that has a setting called white noise, and that is what I use. So Keaton, maybe it was a blessing in disguise when he said that.
The ringing thing. I was at work one day, and we have a small lunchroom. So me and my mom, my sister, and my niece and a friend were all eating, right? Yeah. And we went and ate in the meeting room because it's like bigger than our little kitchen area. So we're all eating, and then I'm like, wait, everybody be quiet. Do you hear that ringing? And then they're like, no, there's no ringing. And I'm like trying to figure out where it is. Yeah, they're like, are you crazy? And I was like, no, it's literally behind me. I pinned it down to like this router that they're using. And I'm like, I hear this. You guys aren't hearing this? And then there's like, no, you're just going crazy. Like,
Ryan, you're nuts, okay? I don't know how else to tell you, but you're nuts.
And it's like literally every time I'm in there, I hear it and I bring it up and they're just like, yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah,
there's nothing there.
Maybe they're playing a prank on you now.
Yeah, they actually hear it.
Yeah, right? I wanted to talk a little bit about something in the sense you said about hearing something that other people hear. Made me think of a show called New Girl that I've been watching with Amini for so long. We just finished it today, and it pains me, because it ended. But nobody told me that season 7 only has 8 episodes. Every season you only has like 22 normally. We get to episode 8, and then like instead of doing its normal outro, it kind of fades to black. And then I see like on the bottom of the Netflix screen after the thing ended, like other things suggested to watch.
Yeah, that means that it's over.
And I was like, yo, it's over? She's like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, what?
Like over forever or just the end of the season?
Over forever. That was a series finale.
Shut up.
And I was like, yeah, okay, it makes sense. It ended this way. And like, yeah, I mean, there's closure and things like that. There's not much else can happen, but it kind of ended up like without saying goodbye. It kind of just abruptly ended on a happy note, and like they're moving on, much how most shows end. They're moving on with their life, but it didn't give me what they're moving on to.
Right.
So I don't know. And I wasn't expecting it to end, and then it ended, so it was kind of wild.
That was like the same feeling that I felt when I watched this show called Z Nation.
I heard of that one.
It was like it's a zombie series seasonal show,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like this guy goes from New York and he has the cure for the zombie virus in him, and he's trying to make it all the way to California with the people that are escorting him over there.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, he gets to California, and he's like, they're making a little base there, and then it's like it ends,
Oh.
and then I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the next season, and it's just not there.
Nah.
I'm like, okay, maybe it's just not on yet. So I search like, when is the next season coming out for Z Nation?
Mm.
And it just says,
nah,
it is canceled. The show is canceled because nobody was watching it. What are you talking about?
That's the worst thing. Like when your
Like, somebody
favorite
please pick
show
this
gets
up.
canceled. Like so there's the audience that's there, but then there's not enough of the audience. Like I'm learning about this in class right now. It's just all about money. It's all about viewers. It's all about advertisements, how much people are watching it, because it comes down to the advertisers, because if nobody's watching the show, no one is seeing the product that advertisers are advertising on commercials. Right. So nobody's watching the show. No one's seeing the product. Why would I, like as an advertiser, try to sell my product to nobody?
Right.
So then they lose funding, and then it's gone.
My hunch is that the time that Z Nation was out was the uprising of YouTube. And like just all the social platforms gaining like the streaming programs.
Mm-hmm.
And then Netflix only bought the amount that was given because they canceled it.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You ever heard of the show Squid Game that came out?
Yeah, I've actually talked about that this bit the weekend. I heard it's like a game show and people die. But like a fictional game show, not like
yes.
It's
like it's a seasonal series. I don't know if there's multiple seasons, but I'm on like episode 3. And it hooks you in instantly.
A friend of mine was watching it today, yeah. But if you're on the fence of getting Netflix, just do it. There's so many great shows on there. If you have Netflix, go watch New Girl right now. Ryan, I implore you to watch New Girl. It is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It sounds girly, right?
A little bit.
And it might be to some people. But not the whole thing. Like parts of it, yeah, sure. But a lot of it is just genuine real life connections and life experiences, and it's hilarious. One show that I have wanted to watch on Netflix as of recently, Peaky Blinders. Have you ever heard of it? It's a show like based on English mafia in like 1919 or something like that, with Tom Hardy. And who's the other guy? He's a brilliant actor. He played Scarecrow in the Dark Knight movies, and he played the guy with the beard in The Quiet Place Part 2.
Okay.
Have you seen The Quiet Place Part 2?
Yes.
He's the new guy.
I was thinking.
He was the
I don't know why
new
I
guy.
was. What's the movie? Get Out. I don't know why I was thinking of Get Out.
That's a completely different movie.
Yeah. I do remember him though.
Yeah, but it's him. He's in it. Tom Hardy's in it, and then there's like other. I'm not sure, maybe seasonal characters that kind of show up every now and again or have a couple episodes. But it's a lot of big name actors. I think it's 5 seasons, and season 6 is coming out next year maybe, or later this year. I don't think it'll be later this year, kind of winding down. But it looks very interesting. It's kind of like a mini series, I think. Where I shouldn't say mini series, but like the seasons aren't as long. And the episodes may or may not be longer. I really don't know. But yeah, it looks super interesting. It looks very enticing. So I've been wanting to get into that, but we'll see.
On the section of media, the Mario Direct or the Nintendo Direct that happened yesterday.
What is that?
It's like Nintendo's way of being like, oh, this is what you should expect from Nintendo in the upcoming year or so.
Mm-hmm.
And something that was very interesting that they showed was they're creating a Super Mario movie.
I saw this.
and it's live action, and they have a
I
cast.
saw this.
I am very excited for this cast, and I really hope they just don't
You know
butcher this
what?
movie.
One of them is kind of questionable to me. One of them is so obvious to me. But,
Yeah, so we have Mario as Chris Pratt.
that is the one that's questionable.
I agree,
I get
but
it.
I think
Like, yo, Chris Pratt, great actor. He's funny. He's gonna be good at this. Controversial man.
I can't
but-
see him going. I can't see him going from.
Yahoo!
Where's Gamora? I'll give you one better. Who is Gamora? I can't see him going from that to Yahoo! Let's go save the princess. But then we have Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Black as Bowser.
That is the one where I'm like, yeah, that's right.
His shoulders are going to hurt. He's gonna carry this movie
big
on
old
his
shell
back.
too, carrying not figuratively and literally. He's gonna be wearing a big old shell costume with all these spikes on it.
Keegan-Michael Key as Toad.
That is genius casting
I
right
laughed
there.
so hard.
That's because it's perfect. I mean, you
think
think of Toad as a little person, but Keegan's tall, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work. But
they released more voice actors or actors for the actual movie.
let's hear it.
So we have Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. We knew
I
that
saw
one.
that one. Yep.
We have
That's gonna be
Charlie Day as Luigi.
Charlie Day.
Yes.
I don't know who that is.
If you saw his face, you would get it.
Show me.
What is he from?
Charlie Day. Look it up right now, viewers. Look it up.
Oh, why can't I figure out what he's from?
Charlie Bucket.
Charlie Day.
Willy Wonka. Charlie Bucket.
From Fist Fight.
D'Amelio.
Fist Fight. Pacific Rim.
Haven't seen these.
Oh, dude. It doesn't matter. But he's Luigi.
Cool. Let's go. Moving on.
He's very recognizable as soon as you see him.
Okay.
Cranky Kong. It's it's like a Donkey Kong relative.
Okay.
Fred, I'm gonna butcher this name. Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong. Armisen. Kevin Michael Richard as Kamek.
Kamek. I don't know.
The wizard. The wizard Kamek. And then Spike. I don't know who Spike is.
I don't know who Spike is either.
That I don't know, but they're gonna have the original Mario voice actor for the actual voices, which is good.
That is good. That is cool.
I'm glad that they're keeping that.
I don't know how they're gonna do a live action Mario film. Do you got any ideas? It's gonna be like, they called, the Lion King live action film was CGI mostly.
Yeah.
Is that what this is gonna be too?
I think it's gonna be
CGI.
like Sonic.
Okay.
If you saw Sonic or
yes,
Detective Pikachu.
Yes. Okay.
It's definitely, they're taking animated characters and making them live action. I think it's just going to be down to if it works with the voice actor saying things and then them lip syncing over it. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I just really hope they don't butcher it.
At Mario Kart. They better have like a Mario Kart scene.
That would be really funny.
That'd be awesome.
Did you see who Luigi was?
Charlie Day.
Yeah. Did you see his face?
Hang on. I forgot.
Yeah, but Mario, I think it'll be a really good movie.
Okay, yes, I've seen this man.
Yeah, I just don't know what he's from that makes him look so familiar.
I feel like he's that meme. The meme with the board, and it's like all these red lines,
he is!
And he's got the marker.
Yes, he is!
Yes,
yes he is!
That's how I know his face. But I don't know what that meme is from.
That clicked in my head. Oh, wow. That is him.
But I don't know what the meme is from.
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
It's got to be so cool to be a meme. Unless it's like something embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like if it's a meme from like a TV show, like the Patrick Stewart kind of kind of thing.
Chris Evans. I thought that was Chris Evans with the little glass, and he was.
Oh, that's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, that is Leonardo
Great
DiCaprio.
Gatsby.
Okay.
Like, that's some cool stuff right there.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
not
yeah.
like a meme where like I got truly embarrassed and I like split my pants or something like that.
Or the annoying ones like Ugandan Knuckles, stuff like that. The freaking
What?
clicking of the Ugandan Knuckles. They click their tongues and like they go, "Where's the queen? You're a fake queen," and spit on you.
I have no idea
Yo,
what side of
oh
TikTok you are on
man,
right now.
this meme is so old, like
Is it?
like 8 years old.
Maybe it should stay where it was. um, meme culture's crazy.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
it it's weird how fast memes can change and
Mhm.
how new ones can just evolve out of nowhere.
I suppose it's trends in general.
Yeah,
They
I
come
feel
and go
like
like crazy.
TikTok has 100% ruined humor.
Yeah.
just people
We
make those
actually
videos.
talked about some that you hate on TikTok recently.
You did what?
Berries
What?
and cream guy.
Oh yeah, dude, I hate him, dude. There's every time I see the freaking berries and cream guy, I just not interested.
I think it's funny.
He is so annoying.
He's annoying, but he's original.
It's like the Rickroll thing to me
I get
with Rick
you.
Astley. It's like
I just don't get it. Who's like, yo, go dress up and go talk about berries and cream, man?
right. I think it's from a movie, is it not?
I have no clue where it originated from. I knew it ended up like in a Starburst commercial.
But do you know like how the Rick Astley meme joke goes around? Like if you get it and you hear it, it's just like, oh, they got you. You got Rickrolled.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody made the song Tequila. You know how the only lyric is tequila?
Yeah.
It's like da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na. Berries and
Tequila.
cream. It's like,
Oh
dude.
my god.
It got me, and I was
Berries and
like,
cream.
no, no, dude.
My favorite one I've heard is Elton John bending the Jets. Berries, berries, berries and cream.
No.
That is so funny. I don't.
Oh.
It takes. I'm assuming people who edit songs like that think it's very easy to manipulate a voice, but I think it's just the coolest thing. Like, how'd you like make the voice sing like that? Auto tune, I know, but I just think it's very interesting.
They take the person's pitch and just can raise it or lower it.
Right.
That's very cool.
Precise though. On
Yes.
how you raise or lower it, because you got to make it sound exactly like the song.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I thought I'd talk about, some of the YouTubers that we have nowadays, like Mr. Beast, crazy guy, giving away
Crazy guy.
millions of dollars,
All the
spending
time.
millions of dollars
All
on
the time.
videos. And he literally has gone on podcasts and been like, questioned like, hey, how much money do you actually make off
Yeah.
of these videos?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, sometimes we barely scrape even.
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's insane because he's literally said he spent millions on single videos and they could flop and
Mhm.
just he won't upload them.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Like on top of him, we've got ZHC, which he's like a up and coming person that's just like Mr. Beast.
Before we go past Mr. Beast, though, he gets most of his money from like brand deals, right, and like sponsorships.
I
Or
think
no?
he used to. Now it's literally just all of his money.
He's just that
He
rich
used-
now, like from
yes.
investing and whatnot.
Like yeah. He went on Impulsive
Logan Paul.
and yeah, he went on
Speaking of
Impulsive.
former YouTubers,
and,
Logan Paul hasn't posted in months. Anyway,
he hasn't, but he's still around.
yeah, definitely.
He went on Impulsive and Logan made the comment, I think you're going to be YouTube's first billionaire.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And I'm thinking, well, are we forgetting about PewDiePie?
Yeah, it's true.
Are we forgetting about him? He's still kicking it and getting
PewDiePie's
like
the GOAT.
an average 10 million views a video, 20 million.
I really liked PewDiePie's content over quarantine last year.
Yeah.
He going back to Minecraft. And then he started a new like world where it was like hardcore, so if you die it's over.
Right.
But yeah, he kind of stopped uploading that. I really liked watching the Y, which is like his Reddit
His
series.
him reacting to his Reddit.
Yeah, and he used to do that a lot. And nowadays he doesn't really do it much, and he's doing a lot of live streaming over actual uploading. I think he's still like consistently uploading. I'm just not
Yeah.
as into them, you know?
I don't know how he's still uploading after how many years he's uploaded, and it's
Well,
just like new content, new content.
he built that fan base so early. I mean, it
Yeah,
wasn't early. It took him, years, but he blew up. And now you see KSI going for the same format of kind of videos where it's just videos from your desk on your computer reacting to things.
yeah.
And it's
I
just
mean,
like
KSI has 2 diamond play buttons.
just reacting to stuff mostly. I mean, besides like the music and other entertaining videos early on, a lot of KSI's content is just him at a computer reacting to things.
Yeah, I mean, he does have the Sidemen stuff,
Oh, right, definitely.
and I've seen like it was the intro of some video, and it was like I think it was Josh from the Sidemen or Zerka
Hmm.
saying like a dialogue monologue thing. He was just like, "Oh, the Sidemen are now down bad. Side Plus didn't go anywhere. It flopped." And it's just like, well, I I personally think, make a members thing for their YouTube and for the extra scenes, just post it to the members.
Was he
And
joking? Side Plus flopped, or it really did?
I want to think he was joking,
I would assume
but
so.
I feel like it kind of is.
You know,
I think it'd
I
be
was
cool for them to have a Sidemen
I
podcast.
I would
Just don't put that behind a paywall.
I was really conflicted too. Like, I want more Sidemen content, but as it is, I don't have a lot of time in my day, and it's hard for me to sit down and watch an entire Sidemen video. There's so many other videos coming out all the time for my different channels I like to watch, where it's like 10 minutes. Okay, I
Right.
can, if I have half an hour, I can watch 3 videos instead of half of one Sidemen video.
Yeah.
Not to say I don't like the Sidemen content in that form, because I do. It's funny, it's great, but like, I can't say I would pay $6.99 for more
A
of the
month.
same. Right. A month.
And,
For more, it's like paying for
and
Netflix, which is like a vast amount of content of different ranges, whereas this is
right.
just one thing. Like, I'd pay it $2 is what I would pay.
Yeah. And I think if they want the best financial, like, uprising, whatever you want to say or call it,
Revenue.
revenue. You get as much revenue as they want. Keep the members thing. Just put like behind the scenes stuff, giveaways, discount codes behind that paywall.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put the Side Plus like podcast behind a paywall because
Is it like its own domain website, or what?
I'm assuming it's just because as soon as you become a member on a YouTube channel, you get a community tab. And you
Okay.
can go to that community tab, and I'm assuming you can post videos on it.
So it's just through an app or through the YouTube app, and like
Right.
it's on YouTube.
And it's unlisted
Because
for those people.
it would be sick if they had like their own Sidemen Plus app you could download. Maybe they
Yeah.
do. I don't know.
I don't know, but yeah, I think they should just make that public, honestly,
Absolutely.
because from the stuff that I've seen, it looks super funny.
Yeah. I mean, they're hilarious people. They didn't get here, to where they are as a channel. Just, you don't watch them for them eating food. You watch because
Yeah.
it's them eating food. It's because they're funny. It's their
And I don't know where I was going with this YouTuber thing, but YouTube has changed dramatically
so much.
since back in the day when people were playing games and like just uploading their montages of Call of Duty, and now
Mhm.
it's just like we're all competitive teams now, and
Yeah.
not really
Yeah, yeah,
group
yeah.
stuff. Because I remember FaZe Clan had group videos like the Sidemen does,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And now it's just nowadays you rarely see that. I mean, I
Like,
know 100 Thieves do it
group videos as in live action or gaming?
live action.
Okay, yeah, 100 Thieves does that all the time.
You barely see any of the big names doing in-person videos anymore.
And I think that's
And if
because
it
like
is,
they
yeah,
are big names and they get lazy with it.
they don't
And
need
it's
to.
yeah, and like 100 Thieves right now doesn't even need to. Here's what it is. 100 Thieves puts so much content out that I don't watch all the videos.
Yeah,
It's too much for me
true.
to keep up with. Like, that is, in a sense, that's really good because me as a specific viewer to some content that I'm going to be wanting to consume rather than everything, I can pick out those couple videos that I really want to watch and I think are entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I think the last video that I saw from 100 Thieves was their Challenger camp where they were sponsored by like a Extreme Peanuts. What was it? I
I
don't.
don't know.
Yeah,
But
I know they're sponsored by a peanut brand, but that video was really cool. It was like a major tier list, and they chose from different
yeah,
100
I
Thieves
saw that
members.
too. I think it's crazy. The 100 Thieves does things no other esports org does. Like they partner with Gucci.
Did they actually?
Who does that?
Did
They
they?
came out with 100 Thieves Gucci clothing.
That
I'm
can
not
you imagine how
kidding.
expensive that is?
Mad expensive.
Because a sweatshirt for 100 Thieves is about like 100
90,
bucks,
yeah, from like their website. I
and
can't
then
imagine.
Gucci
Yeah,
is like 800.
I can't imagine.
I mean, if you can afford it, if you can afford it, go for it. But
I mean,
you know,
me as a person, I've never really owned designer clothing, but I don't like the look of designer clothing anyway.
it's so simplified. I don't understand it. It's like you buy a white shirt with a red brick on it, and it says Supreme, and we'll mark that
Supreme.
as $1,000.
Yeah. Maybe
I
it's
mean,
the
I've seen
materials that shirt is made from, but
no,
I don't know.
no. There's like
Premium.
there's like a TikTok channel that I've seen, and it's like, what if this brand was what do they call it?
Cycled.
No, Gucci, a luxury brand.
Okay.
So they said, what if like Gatorade was a luxury brand? And then they give like its own commercial as if it was a luxury brand. And I'm seeing like cologne vials with like the Gatorade flavors on them.
You
And it's
drink
just
out of a
like,
cologne vial.
yeah, so it's like for $100 you can get a vial of our finest Gatorade.
Gatorade.
So it's like they choose like different brands and they make them
I don't think
luxurious.
thank you. I was gonna say luxurify, and that is not
That's
a
what I
word.
was thinking,
That is
luxurify. I was
not a
like, no.
word.
We can make words. We're
Might
we're
as
capable.
well. I play Wordscapes too much now since we played it at the fair.
Yeah,
one
it's
time.
just like
What is this
5-letter
word?
pineapple.
Yeah, all right, buddy. Hey, let's give a little bit of Wisconsin sports update, shall we?
Yeah.
The Brewers are in the playoffs. Great
For sure,
thing
for sure.
to see. We love to see that. I think they recently lost though.
No.
Longtime Brewer, Ryan Braun retired.
Sorry guys, I had to retire.
Ryan, it was a good run. You had the roid situation, but we figured that
Yeah.
one out, and
I
you're just gone.
got abusive. I don't know.
With the steroids.
Yeah, that one.
But yeah, Ryan Braun retired. I don't think he was in the league. He wasn't playing anymore. No one was picking him up, so he retired. Good for him. Good career. Moving over to football. Green Bay Packers got a game tomorrow or today.
We got
tonight.
Are we 1-1?
We are 1-1. Did we
Games
talk
tonight?
about? I wasn't here for the last podcast, so we couldn't
No.
talk about the abysmal performance.
Yeah.
That,
Is a game tonight?
tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night. Yeah, we're 1-1
tonight, meaning this is a Sunday, even though it's Saturday.
True that.
But we're 1-1.
Yeah, we're 1-1. And fantastic. You know, I'm so glad that we trampled over what team
The
did we play?
Lions.
It doesn't even matter.
We played the Lions last
Screw you, Ninja.
weekend on Monday, and first half was okay. It was kind of slow. Lions looked good against us, which was a good thing. Second half, we looked dominant against them, which is what we should be. Rodgers missed a couple throws to MVS deep down the field, which you hate to see.
I did see that.
But he was very upset with himself for missing those. But he's looked a lot sharper in week 2. I'm hoping he looks sharp tomorrow against the 49ers on Sunday Night Football.
Oh, that'll be
We
a
play
scary
like
game.
one of the best defensive lines in football, and we have 2 rookies on our offensive line. Someone's going to start tomorrow that hasn't played all year. Elton Jenkins, Pro Bowler, is out. David Bakhtiari, All-Pro, is on
Pro
IR.
Bowler?
Pro Bowler.
Bowler.
Pro Bowl, like the Super Bowl,
Like-
Pro Bowl.
Oh, Dude, I thought you were
He's a
saying, like,
Pro
you know,
Bowl offensive lineman.
like bowling.
Maybe on his side
Pro
time. I
bowler.
don't know, in his spare time. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, though,
Yeah.
he goes on the Pat McAfee show every week, has an interview, talks about various things. He's talking about people like saying that he is throwing games on purpose, and
I've seen that.
he's not 100% invested. And it's like, who are you to be saying these things about Aaron Rodgers? How do you, like, what, are you in his head? Did he tell this to you? And he reiterated again, like, he would not be with the team if he wasn't 100% invested in playing with the Packers.
But I hate when people do that. Just like, oh, well, you know, this happened. It's like, well, who told you that?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I heard it.
That's
well, from who?
Exactly. That's one of my biggest problems with any media, including, especially sports media, is just all the made up banter that just bullcrap the people make up for attention and for views. And it's especially with Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know why.
And like, to back off of that, just like people who make false information and they believe it's true, and they're just like, oh, well, actually, you know, 2 + 2 = 5.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, who told you that? Well, I searched it on Google. You believe everything? And it's just like, well, Google's not going to lie to me. I'm like, who put the information into Google?
Wikipedia.
People,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah. But before you click off and you think this is just a sports conversation, people don't like sports, I have another aspect to talk about related to Aaron Rodgers. If you like to read, now maybe I caught your attention. Stay with us. Aaron Rodgers goes to the Pat McAfee show a couple weeks ago, this first episode back. He started a book club. He started the Aaron Rodgers book club because he loves to read, and he thought, hey, more people need to be reading in the world. He's right. And first couple weeks, he got on multiple books, brought on books like The Alchemist or Men and Glory, did The Giver last Tuesday, which, you know, I was like, I'm not going to pick that one up because I read it already. But I've now gotten into reading. I'm reading The Alchemist right now, and, like, Omni reads a bunch. So I'm like, this is good for me. I need to be reading. Like, I read a ton for school, but I need to read more, just leisurely.
Yeah.
So I've picked up these books. I bought leather-bound Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, the entire trilogy, plus the Hobbit, leather-bound. Like, it's sick. I can't wait to pick them up. They're at home.
Rodgers is making you pay for things.
But I had a $75 Barnes & Noble gift card, so I got some of these books for free.
Okay.
But it's been really refreshing to get into books again.
Yeah.
And start reading. But,
for sure,
especially with, like, reading online for school, all my textbooks are online, so I'm constantly looking at little words on a bright screen. It's refreshing to actually get pages, paper.
I think the last book that I read was in middle school, and it was the 39 Clues.
You were reading 39 Clues in middle school.
Yeah.
In middle school.
Yeah.
That's like an elementary school book, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, though, I was reading, like, Alex Rider.
I mean, yeah, but
I read that, like, in late high school.
Kid.
That's true.
I mean,
if you want to get into reading, Ryan, you can borrow my books when I'm done reading them.
I'll take you up on that offer.
You will. This is going to be good for you. It's going to be good for me. I'm reading The Alchemist right now. Very philosophical. This is why you and I need to read more. Saying words like luxurify.
I'll just read my dictionary.
Hey, there you go. But yeah, I can't wait to get into more books. So there was your little book talk for those who don't like sports. We brought you to the end of the podcast. Stayed with us. I'm so thankful that you were here. Ryan, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
I hope you guys are getting excited for the actual week of Halloween. I know I am. I'm excited to record that episode for the Halloween episode. I'm thinking if you're cool with it, and if Keaton's cool with it, we put on a little costume for the visual.
I am all for it. You have to come see us in costume on Halloween. And
Keaton, we didn't say any of this to Keaton, but we hope that he agrees.
If he doesn't, he's a loser. And he's not going to be a part of that episode.
It has to be something simple. It doesn't have to be all out like face paint mask. You just wear something.
Yep. Anyway, we are very excited for Halloween. Check us out on that very special Halloween weekend episode of the Catch a Glimpse
in the next
podcast.
2 weeks.
2, 3, 4, maybe like 4 weeks. It's like 4 weeks.
Okay.
That's not till like the end of Halloween, or I mean October. It's not to the end of October. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of the Catch a Glimpse podcast. You tuned in on Spotify and iTunes. Please be sure to leave us a review. It really helps a lot. Getting our name out there and getting more viewers for the podcast. If you watch on YouTube, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. That's with visuals. 4:30 on YouTube, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, or today on Sunday, on Spotify and iTunes. And stay tuned for our Wednesday weekly content at 4:30 on the Glimpse YouTube channel.
You want to give them a little bit of a hint this week of what the video could be?
To this week's video, we put on our best acting caps.
Woo!
Woo.
Jeez. Yo, hire us, Hollywood.
Straight up. All right, YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. We will see you in the next episode. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.